Good evening and welcome to Omnibros Live. I am OmniDog coming to you with our summer reading list edition. With me as always, Ryleymo. Ryleymo, how's it going?
Just chilling, man. Ready for summer.
Hang loose, brother. And from Spain, Basque country, Drunk Omar. Omar, can you hear me?
I sure can. Guys, I don't know how much time I got. I'm live. I love all you guys. Hijo de puta, pues. Okay? All right. I just want to say hello to you guys.
Okay. We're glad you're having fun.
Yes, I'm glad I am too. I'll be back next Thursday.
Okay.
Bro,
And I remember that we're giving away the IST card tonight.
Well, tonight. That is tonight. You guys got that, right?
Yeah.
Why are you wearing sunglasses, Jess?
Because it's the summer reading list show.
Oh man, guys, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning here. I just want to say I love you guys and everybody out there listening to the show. It's the greatest show ever. You guys have a good night. Okay.
All right, we love you, man. We miss you.
I miss you guys. Next Thursday.
See you, man.
Riley, Jess, love you guys.
You
Peace
too,
out,
man.
homie.
Shut the fuck up.
What? Who did he just say that to? Okay, we're here with our summer reading list. And let's see, I introduced Riley, introduced Omar, and I'll introduce what's more summery than skin cancer. That's right, I had a huge skin cancer removed today. I took stitches and everything, was carved out of my face. So that's what I get to celebrate the start of summer with, some skin cancer surgery. That's what my bandage is for. And if I could, I'd put on it IST, which stands for InStockTrades.com, where you can get up to 50% off all your collected editions. Loyalty discounts add 2 to 3%. Upcoming soon is going to be the Omnibroslive discount code. Over $50 in orders gets you free shipping in the United States, fabulous packaging, and fabulous customer service. That's InStockTrades.com.
And they won't ship your books in a shitty envelope like this.
Yeah, right.
I wonder where that came from. So, summertime, man. Scarface over here.
That's right. I'm Scarface.
I already made that joke, but I have to make it for everyone else here.
Yeah, that's right. That was the first thing he said to me.
I mean, all jokes and dickishness aside, I'm happy that everything was pretty easily taken care of for you, man.
Yeah, thank you. It's not melanoma, so I'm okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But now you get to spend the rest of your summer enjoying whatever books that they are that you've picked out.
Right. I have a summer reading list.
And just to, I don't think anyone realizes we're supposed to be ready for the beach. I'm dressed with sunglasses, Hawaiian shirts, and before we get into everything else, I got my trunks on, and it's got little Supermans hanging 10. If you can see that.
That is so cool.
So Superman's ready to surf.
That's right on, man. Those are bitchin' swim jams.
And you too can own a pair by going to Target for $22.99.
I'm super jealous.
Don't be super jealous. Get super shorts.
Okay, so we had reading assignments this summer for summer school, and that reading is comic books. So what comic books are we going to be reading this summer? I'm going to start off with, I'm in the middle. This is not a beach-friendly read because it's freaking huge. This is Hickman Avengers 1 Omnibus, which is what I'm not in the middle of. I'm about a tenth of the way through. So this is the first book I've been doing this week in my Hickmanathon, my summer Hickmanathon. I doubt I'll be done in time. Well, I might be done in time for book 2 to come out, and then I need to read The Architects of Forever, the Shield book. I need to read the second one of that comes out soon, and then I read Hickman Avengers 2, and then I read Secret Wars.
And Hickman Avengers 2 comes out next Wednesday, which is just so happens to be my birthday. So
Born
right
on the
on
4th
time.
of July.
And not only does Hickman Avengers 2 come out, but this other one makes a lot more sense. And I have to think that DC was just had me in mind. But Morrison Batman Volume 1 Omnibus also comes out with that sweet, sweet price point of $75 roonies.
Ooh, nice.
So that's a no-brainer.
That is a no-brainer. That's awesome. 2 good books right there that I want.
And on my birthday, no less. They really should just deliver to me personally. Happy birthday, Riley.
Yeah, why not? For all you've done for the Omnibus community, I think that's the least they could do.
But no, I know that on Tuesday while I'm at work, about to getting ready to get off for my I'm going to have a 5-day little birthday vacation out at the beach where I'm going to read some of these books. I'm going to be ordering those books. So I am excited.
And what book do you have on your summer reading list?
So
your summer assignment.
I will start. I guess we're just going to go back and forth and stuff on these.
Oh, whatever you want to do. Sure. Sure, man. It's summertime, man. I'm flexible. I'm on
Did you want to talk about your thoughts on that Hickman at all?
Oh, well, I really haven't read. This thing's huge. I've really only got to the part where it won't be spoiling anything, where the Black Swan shows up and the Earth. There are all of a sudden Earths that are colliding. And I'm right in the middle of that arc where they're trying to prevent Earths from colliding together. But I read the first arc with Ex Nihilo, where he was busy creating, trying to recreate life on the Earth from Mars. And I enjoyed that arc a lot. Let's see, I think I have Ex Nihilo. I have him right here. So this is who I'm talking about.
Was he a Build-A-Figure?
No.
No, he was just normal.
Right. Yeah, he was just normal. I forget who the Build-A-Figure.
It might
be Mantis, maybe.
I was surprised when they announced they were making a figure of Ex Nihilo.
Yeah, he's one of my faves.
He's so obscure.
Yeah, that's why I like him so much. He's so weird. So I read that arc and loved it, and I'm right in the middle of the Black Swan arc. So that's really as far as I've gotten. But I'm enjoying it a lot. I loved both Fantastic Four 1 and 2. I loved Shield Architects of Forever. I loved Secret Warriors. So far I'm loving all of my Hickman reading.
Well, that's good. That's awesome. I know you've been talking about it for the past few videos, and it's really exciting, and I'm glad that you're enjoying it, and I'm glad it seems like it's all gonna pay off in the the long run of this whole readathon for you.
Right.
For me, the book that I'm reading right now, it's a series, and I'm on book 3 out of 7 at the moment. So this was my first summer reading assignment. It was assigned to me by, I'll just say, several of the members of Sherlock's Otaku's Den group, where we do all things talking about manga and anime. This was recommended a while ago, so I picked them up last month, and the series is titled Good Night, Poon Poon. And it is a nice little, I don't want to call it a slice of life manga series, but it's set, at least as far as I am, it's set in realism. And the series, and I'll show, I've got volume 2 here as well, and volume 3 right here is what I'm currently, I'm almost done with that. Basically, it follows the life of the main character, Poon Poon Punyama, and he is this little caricature ghost chicken-looking motherfucker, and he's just a little kid in Japan, just your average little kid in Japan, and each volume kind of tells about a cross-section of his life. So this first volume is when he's young, he's in elementary school, and it's talking about the events of his life then, and then he gets into middle school, and that's actually his uncle, not Poon Poon himself. And then here he's in high school, so he's a little older, he's got the hat on because now he's cool, stuff like that. And so each volume progresses with him growing up, and it's definitely, I'm gonna say it's a beach or pool friendly book, because this is a lot easier to handle and to take with you somewhere than an omnibus. So this is something that I've been really enjoying, to just sit out on my deck and watch my dogs and just kick back and read while they're running around outside. If I'm for some reason not done with it by the time I go on vacation next week, I'm going to probably be reading it out on the beach. But it's a really nicely packaged books. These are actually 2-in-1 volumes. Each of these collects 2 of the original Japanese release, except volume 7 is only a single volume, so it's about half the length. But anyway, it's a great series. The first volume, I will say, started out a little slow, so if you're looking to get into it, if you want to take on my summer reading project and read this series, then the first volume I thought started a little slow in the first half, and then it starts getting going, and it's really fun. But a lot of what's cool about it is just Inio Asano, the creator, his just kind of his style. He's got a lot of different just kind of strange things that he'll throw in there, little quirks of the characters. Like he has people that'll like freak out for no reason, and or seemingly no reason, just overreacting to stuff. Let's see on this guy, and very expressive artwork. So I really like that in what he does. And then you'll see like that Poon Poon is the only character that looks like, well, him and his family look like this. And at first it's not really made clear until probably volume 2 or 3 that this is just the artist's portrayal of the character, but he actually does, all of these people actually look human. They don't look this way to anyone else, just to the viewers. And it's kind of left up to the interpretation why he would choose to do that. But there are different sequences where you can see, like, when it shows a close-up on the character, he's got normal hands with fingers and nails, and his eyes are expressive, and it'll show, like, a close-up of his clothes, and it's like him buttoning his pants or something like that. So it's made kind of clear later on in the series that there's a, for some reason the artist has decided to make him out like this. But it's, it's really fun series. It's very emotional as well. It's very introspective on the way that just looking at the way that kids think at certain ages. It's very relatable reading it, like not 100%. A lot of the things that he goes through and has done in this book, I can't relate to entirely, but just the mentality of this little kid just trying to make his way in the world and just kind of going with the flow is really awesome. I recommend it. I recommend checking it out. I'm going to say that, again, volume 1 is slow to start, but once you get past the first half, I think if you don't, after the first half was where I was like, okay, I'm hooked. And now I've been reading like chunks of it every night, and it's been really awesome. So that's what I'm currently reading on my summer reading list.
Okay. What I just got done reading, I posted it in the group, and this is perfectly transportable to the beach. It's a thin trade paperback that is awesome. Supergirl Being Super, by Mariko Tamaki and Joelle Jones. This has, we can start off with the art, which is typical Joelle Jones, fantastic art, fluid, brilliant lines, brilliant colors. It is, I just love Joelle Jones' artwork, and it tells a very compelling story of, it's a reimagining of Supergirl. If she ended up being rocketed to Earth from a dying planet, what it would be like for her growing up in a small farm town where she doesn't have complete control of her powers, but she's also very much a girl, so she's not quite yet super, but she's very much a girl. She suffers from typical teenage problems. She's constantly texting with her friends, this, you know, what's wrong with me and why do I feel so out of it? And she suffers from anxiety and a super gross pimple. And it's she's got some best friends, and there's a question as to where she comes from. It's always in the back of her mind where she comes from, why she feels like an outsider, where did she get these powers, and it's really, really well done. This is the best Supergirl book I've ever read, and I'm not trying to be gatekeepery about it. I'm just saying I've read a lot of Supergirl, and this was the most fun, most interesting. It's well-paced, very well written and plotted, and it shows her, I mean, it could be called Supergirl Being Human, because it shows the fight that's going on between her humanity and her superpowered personality. So she's not only does she suffer from, you know, typical teenage issues, but she's also got these issues with discovering her powers and what their limitations are and things like that. So I highly recommend Supergirl Being Super. Nice, lightweight, all-in-one story. You can take it to the pool. You can take it to the beach. You can read it in the hammock at your rental, wherever you go. Wherever you go, make sure you take Supergirl Being Super. I'm telling you right now, great book.
That sounds pretty super.
It is very super.
Well, let me see what I got next. So next, I picked out a chunk of books here, and these are all things that I've not read at all. So I know very cursory information about them, which makes me excited to read them for the first time. Some of these are related, some of these are not, so I'm just going to go through these. But I think they go well with the summer theme. School's out. So let me read some books that deal with some students, more or less. At the top of this little stack is New Mutants Back to School. And this is the 13-issue New Mutant series written by Nunzio De Filippis and Christina Weir. And Claremont has a little bit of stuff, I think, from the X-Men Unlimited issues that are in here. But this is just basically revisiting the original New Mutants team, bringing them back. And this is one that the latter half of was never collected, so I'm really excited that they finally put this out there. This takes place kind of during the Morrison era of the X-Men. You can see the black and yellow leather outfit there, so you know it takes place during that era. And this book is what spun off into the New Mutants Academy X, or the New X-Men Academy X series, So just keeping in that school theme, I figured that would be nice, lighthearted stuff to accomplish during the summer. And in the same vein, on the other side of Marvel, I've got the Avengers Academy complete collections that both recently came out. And these two books collect the first 20 issues of Avengers Academy, as well as some extra, appearances, tie-ins, and stuff like that. And this book's actually a spin-off of another book that's on my list that I'll be reading first, and that's Avengers: The Initiative. This was back with the Civil War era, after the Civil War era of the Avengers books. They had the 50 States Initiative, and this is a bunch of new heroes being trained to, become the next big thing, the next big heroes in the Marvel Universe. So some of those characters go over to the next book, the Academy, which Avengers Academy, as it sounds, is actually an academy that's training these new, younger Avengers. And the Avengers Academy series is written by Christos Gage, and he actually wrote a good portion of the Initiative series as well, if I'm not mistaken. I want to now make sure that I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Christos Gage worked with Dan Slott on that stuff. Now, the only thing that kind of chaps my ass a little bit is that the second volume here of the complete collection does not collect the entire series. There's still like a good chunk of maybe a dozen issues left. So we should be seeing a third complete collection, but it's not been solicited. So I'm sitting here kind of crossing my fingers that it happens. But these are a little bit bigger than what I tend to like to take to the beach. So if we're talking about beach or pool approved books, they work okay. They're, thicker, probably 2 to 3 times the girth of Supergirl being super, just to put a good word out there. And so you can totally, they're portable-ish. They're not the size of an omnibus or an absolute where you're going to be struggling to take it with you, but I wouldn't personally take more than just one of these, as I walk down to the beach from the beach house and stuff like that.
Uh-oh. Omar's back.
Crashing the party.
Shut up. What are you calling to? Hey, what's up, guys?
Oh, pussy.
Shut up.
Pussy, man. This is
Omar has clearly made friends in Spain.
Omnibus, pussy, man.
How are you guys doing?
I see you've made friends there, Omar.
Well, I can't fight them all, Jess.
Fuck you,
I have to
yeah.
make friends with them. But these guys are pretty cool. So, anyway, I just want to say, hope everybody's having a good night. Apparently, everybody here is into the fucking World Cup, which Kurt's no longer a part of. Anyway, have a good night. That's it. Jess, Riley, love you guys.
Love you, buddy.
Be safe.
Be safe.
San Miguel. Oh, Iker. San Miguel. No,
Qué fiesta, chaval. Si no me paran, no empiezo,
Iker. Iker.
Okay, those of you in the chat that wanted Omar, you got him.
All right, well, that's my my second on my to reading list, to read list for the summer. What do you have next, man?
I have a huge stack of thin trade paperbacks, so I'll blaze through them.
Oh man!
Then I've got some deluxe editions, but this is what I plan to read this summer. Let's see, it's June, so I have July and August left. Yeah, I can do all this.
It's a challenge for yourself, man.
Yeah, I'm going to leave these right in a stack, and this will be my reading stack for the summer. The third volume of Superwoman, which I have not read yet. So I'm going to be reading this. I liked Superwoman. This is the final chapter, which is too bad because I really like Superwoman. Really dug it. Let's see. Gotham City Garage. I have no idea what's going on in this book. But the girls all have tattoos, and Batman. Look how Batman is dressed here. So the girls all have tattoos. They work in some kind of garage. They have powers. I don't know. I have no idea really what's going on. I know that I love the statues, just like I fell in love with the bombshells. And this sounded like a good idea. I have no idea what's going on in it, but it looks like it's really cool. So Gotham City Garage, I'll be reading that. I got the second Black Bolt. First one was fantastic, and so I'm super looking forward to this one. This will be read in the coming week. And then the last one I'll mention in this go round is something that I heard about from Maddie from Near Mint Condition, one of the Omnisis's that was on Monday night. She recommended Heavy Vinyl. And this is one of her favorite books, so I thought, okay, good, I'll read Heavy Vinyl. It sounds like it has something to do with girls working in a record store. So it sounded good to me, and I'm gonna go make sure I read that. It's by Boombox. And it sounds like it's teenage girls dealing with teenage girl problems, which sounds great. Whatever.
Jess can relate to the teenage girl problems part.
Right, because I
Especially
had problems with teenage girls.
Especially the millennial teenage girls, right?
Right. I dealt with that issue. I'm still dealing with that. Even though she's in her 20s, she's still a teenager.
One day I'll be there.
Oh, one day. That's right.
Oh.
Once you get done listening to my favorite group, Ovulation Window.
Maybe not as soon as we were thinking, but one day. It would the move that we were talking about before the show is probably going to be first, but I'll be dealing with that at some point in my future for sure. Okay, so the next one that I've got on my list, and this is one that I kind of went a little ham and spent a little bit of cash and bought a lot of things. And this is definitely my favorite type of thing to take with me on vacation because these books are so portable. They're small, they're easy to take with me to and from the beach or to the pool and just sit out and enjoy them. And they're cheap, so I'm not worried if something happens and gets a little wet or sandy, I can just easily get another copy. But that is, obviously I'm talking about some manga because they are as big as my hand. And the series that I went ahead and bought all of to get caught up was Food Wars. And this really speaks to me on a lot of levels because I love food. I don't necessarily love wars, but the idea of food and war, I love watching those cooking shows with like Chopped and stuff where they're competing, cooking competition shows. I love that shit. And I love how ludicrous, I've already read the first 4 volumes of this series, but I love how ludicrous it is to have a manga series about cooking because you know that they're just going to be fucking insane, like making crazy, like check out my cooking technique and stuff like that. And it's gorgeously animated or drawn, I guess. Really fun and interesting characters. They provide you with different recipes in the books so you can make your own food based on what they make. And honestly, for a cartoon drawing of food, everything always looks goddamn delicious. But there's 24 volumes of this series, and I've only read the first 4, so I have a solid 20 volumes to get through, and I think that's probably gonna last me throughout the summer unless I really get into a groove with my reading here and just knock these out of the park. But the first 4 volumes were a lot of fun. One of the reasons why I kind of took a break on reading them was because the 4th volume had some rather chesty character on the front, and it was hard for me to sit in bed and read with my wife next to me. My wife looking over like, "What are you reading?" It's about food, babe. I swear to God, it's about food. But look, like this is about food. But look at that guy's giant fucking sword. Like, why do you have a giant fucking sword? You're just cooking fish. It's ridiculous. It's like all the best. The reasons why I love reading manga is just it's easy, fun, insane. They make manga about literally anything, and I will come back to that point in a minute in my next round. The fact that they make manga about literally anything. So yeah, I'm almost done showing all the volumes. I just wanted to push through them real fast. But yeah, Food Wars is definitely one. I think after I finish reading Goodnight Poon Poon, which, by the way, because I've been reading Goodnight Poon Poon, my wife has started calling me Poon Poon. So as I go to sleep, she'll always be like, "Good night, Poon Poon."
That's awesome.
So yeah, this is I love taking these manga books onto the beach. I love taking them on vacation with me. It's so easy to fit 10 of them in my backpack and just take those with me. They're not heavy. Each of these is less than a pound, I would say. And just why are they punching each other? Look at that. They're cooking, but they're beating the shit out of each other. What happened? Why? I thought y'all were friends. It's just cooking. It's just food, guys. And there's the most recent volume, real epic looking cover right there. But anyway, yeah. So that's my after Poon Poon. That's my next read. I'm excited because, like I said, I really like the first 4 volumes. Essentially, the story is main character wants to make food. It's pretty basic, and he wants to be the best because that's the way everything is. You got to be the best at whatever it is that the series is about. And he enrolls in this cooking school, and everyone there, everyone there is pretty full of themselves, basically. And everyone's like, "Oh, well, I'm the best at making this. I'm the best at making that." But the main character, is inherently good at everything. So he's just basically proving himself to them one at a time, at least in the first 4 volumes. And he's like, "You want to make a noodle dish? Boom, I'm going to make the best noodle dish you ever fucking seen." And then, like, when the characters try the food, they have these weird, like, foodgasms where it actually shows, like, in their mind, they're, like, mentally having this, like, almost actual orgasm over the food because it's apparently that good. And then I'm sitting there like, I want to have an actual orgasm over food. I want food that's that good. Jesus Christ. So yeah, that's my that's that.
Okay. Let me go through the next few volumes, and then we should probably give away our IST gift card. What do you think about that, Riley?
Maybe. Or maybe we should just keep it for ourselves. I'll split it with you, man.
Okay. The next book that I'm excited for is Betty and Veronica. I love Betty. I love Veronica, but I love even more Adam Hughes. Rarely does Adam Hughes ever draw a book, but he's usually just a cover artist. I don't know how Archie Comics got him. They must have shoved a pile of money or creator rights or something at him. Flying out in November to get a stuff signed at Torpedo Comics by him. But this is my favorite artist with a couple of my favorite babes. So I'm thinking you can't go wrong. I just can't wait to read this. Betty and Veronica by Adam Hughes.
No,
Awesome.
they just solicited recently. I saw the hardcover for Mark Waid's Archie stuff. So maybe some of those other mini series and stuff will make it as well.
That I am going to get.
Yeah, Mark Waid's Archie has been really good, and also Jughead was really awesome. I think that series has ended at this point, but Jughead was fantastic. This next one, this is, like I said, I was going to point out that literally they will make a manga about anything. And this next one is called Cells at Work. and it's literally about the cells inside of the human body anthropomorphized as these humanoid characters and doing shit inside the human body. And now, if you had just told me the title, because this is a horrible title, I think that's an awful title for a series. Cells at Work just sounds dumb. And you had told me the premise of the series, I would have laughed and said, God damn it, they really do have a series for everything. And then I saw the artwork, and I just thought, like, that just looks great. And especially just the cover of the second one, the white blood cell with a bloody hand. Like, I don't know, that really turned me on, and I watched and there's even some other art on the back. I just think it looks fantastic, the style of the artwork in there. I watched a review of the first volume, and the reviewer was just hyping it up and talking about how unexpectedly enjoyable and good this series is. So I was like, screw it, I found the first 2 volumes on eBay for super duper cheap. I got it on literally the first bid. Like, no one had even bid on it. I just placed a bid, and then a day later it was like, hey, you won. So hooray for me.
Shocking. No one else bid on Cells at Work.
I know, right? Well, it's about to get an anime series, so I figure, if that takes off, if that pops off, then this is going to be a little more popular. I figured I'd get in on the ground up and on the ground floor and just find out how I feel. Yeah, stupid title, weird ass premise, literally manga series for everything. But the artwork is interesting, and trusted people that I've seen review it say that it's good. So I'm looking forward to checking it out and kind of giving my opinion on that later. And if I like those 2 volumes, I'll get the next 3 that are out. And I'm hoping to get to that pretty soon on my summer reading list.
Okay, I will give 2 books, and then my next 2 choices, and then we should take a break and give away the gift card. That will only take a couple seconds. My 2 choices, I have no idea what's going on in this book. Young Animal Milk Wars. It just seemed, Wonder Woman as a housewife, and Batman as a preacher, and Superman as a milkman. I have no idea what's going on in this. It looks just crazy and wacky, typical of the Young Animal imprint. But I really, really want to read this. It's by different artists and different writers, and I don't know. I just was really excited for this for some reason. The whole idea of these characters in these different personas is just, I don't know. It just really attracted me. So Milk Wars is definitely getting read this summer. That's on my summer reading list. And then I love The World of Black Hammer, as I can't even say his name right. Nick Munoz has insisted that Black Hammer is one of the best books out there, and Sherlock Frankenstein and the Legion of Evil is in the Black Hammer universe. So I will be reading this. This is a Jeff Lemire book with art by David Rubin. So I will be reading this summer as part of my summer reading list. And I'm trying to figure out how it ties into Black Hammer. Maybe it takes place on the planet where the Black Hammer folks originated from. But I have zero idea what's going on in this book either, but I'm really looking forward to it. So we have, let me pull up the email. We have a trivia question. Do not answer the trivia question in the chat. Send the email, send your answer to omnibroslive@gmail.com. Once again, do not answer this question in the chat. Send your answer to omnibroslive@gmail.com, and the first 10 answers that are correct will get entered into a randomizer, and the winner will win a $50 gift certificate to InStockTrades.com. That's right, baby. InStockTrades.com donated a $50 gift certificate at the end of every month. Today's trivia question, do not answer it in the chat. Send it to omnibroslive@gmail.com. Trivia question is, last summer, since it's the summertime, we're going to have a summertime question. Gabe got a pop that I really wanted, but he got it instead of me. It caused a huge hullabaloo. He just was grilling and he wandered around and showed the pop. What character was that pop? Do not answer in the chat. Send it to omnibroslive@gmail.com. The question is, Gabe got a pop before I did that I badly wanted. It was a limited edition, but he scored it. I didn't get it yet. He got it before I did. I finally got it. But it was one of the funnier moments in OmniBros Live history. What character was that pop? omnibroslive@gmail.com.
Is that someone sending you the answer?
I thought it might be. Sometimes Nate does that.
Gabe has impeccable comedic timing with stuff, and I think that that was a great moment. I don't believe that I was on the show, but I remember seeing that.
What's that now?
I said I feel like Gabe has impeccable comedic timing with stuff like that.
Oh, it was so funny when he did it. I laughed so hard. It was such a great timing on his part. He didn't say anything. He just sat down in his chair. Let's see. Oh, we're getting some. Whoa. Okay. We got 10. I think. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. We have 10 correct answers, and a lot of them even said that it was flocked, which is correct. So stop. I'm going to go to the randomizer now. Okay, got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lucas Matthias has the correct answer. Cat dog flocked. That is correct. Lucas Matthias, cat dog flocked. You are the winner. We had several that were right. A lot of them said it was flocked. That's very impressive. Flocked cat dog. Lucas Matthias, I need to know if this email is the email that is affiliated with your IST account. So let me know in the chat if Lucas Matthias, if you could let me know in the chat if you if that was your yeah, Matt Miranda, you did know that answer. Let me know if that email address that I have for you is the one on hand at IST, because that's how they look it up. And we will put that away. I think I have that cat dog right over here. Let me get it. Yes, it is, Jess. Okay, Lucas Matthias, you will be getting, I will be sending that to Emily at IST, and she will contact you regarding your $50 gift certificate. So congratulations. And here is the flocked cat dog that Gabe stole from me.
So how did you wind up getting that?
I think a couple days later, there was actually, I don't know. A couple days later, I got it from some online thing. I didn't pay more than you were supposed to pay. It's a Funko San Diego convention, San Diego Con exclusive, and I think I got it from Big Bad Toy Store or something.
Okay.
Something like that. But he got it first. I can't remember the story. Gio would remember the story better than I can because I think he's the one that put it up initially.
Gio remembers everything.
Yeah, he does.
That's what happens when you don't have the internet for so long. Your brain actually works.
Yeah, he has only got the internet at his house. Poor guy. I mean, at his work. So, excellent job, everybody that participated. Congratulations. I think that was wonderful. The 10 of you knew the answer. And there, I can click it off my to-do list. I gave away the IST card. And now drunk Omar doesn't need to call and ask. Oh, Trigonosis is saying Gio got it first and you were pissed. Probably. Everybody got it before I did, and I was pissed. Gio and Gabe.
I didn't get it.
We need to know who was first for moral victory points. Who was first to answer? Okay, let me look. Oh, that's why you want to know, Tyler Trent, because it was you. And Matt Miranda was second. So you get moral victory points there.
Hey Jess, did you see on the on Crypto's Den, Oscar Escobedo said that the Funko Freddy displays from Toys R Us are being sold?
No.
So if you have a Toys R Us near you that hasn't closed down and gotten rid of their Funko Freddy,
wow.
He said, a heads up for those near a closing Toys R Us. These Funko Freddy displays are now being sold. I've seen between 500 to 2,000. Figured if anyone was interested, you'd like to know. I don't know if he means that that's what Toys R Us is asking for them, or if that's what they're going for on like eBay. But I figure that you, as a pop guy, might have a tinge of interest.
Not for $500.
Yeah, no, I was like, oh, it's pretty neat, and then I saw the number attached to it, and I was like, I don't think so.
No, I would do it if it was a giveaway or something. If I could just walk in and walk out with it. But no, I didn't see that. That sounds cool, but I ain't paying $500 to $2,000 for it.
Well, if anyone watching the video in the chat right now is interested in a Funko Freddy display for $500 to $2,000, somewhere in between there apparently, then check your local Toys R Us because they might have one.
What is up on your next reading summer reading list, Riley?
Oh, I've got something big. Now, this is not a beach book, decidedly. Even though I kind of took it to the beach with me the last time I went, I just didn't get to read it, obviously, since it's still on my list. And that's Carnage.
Ah.
Now, this one, I believe it came out last month, or was it? Yeah, was it May? I think it was at the beginning of May that this came out. Or no, it came out the end of April. And then in May, I went on vacation to the beach, and I only brought it with me because I shipped it to my parents' house because I didn't think I was going to get to my house in time, and I didn't want to wait and like have it sitting outside. So I shipped it to my parents' house, and when I got there, it was waiting for me, and I took it with me to the beach. And I was going to read it, and I read, I think, one. You can see my bookmark. I read one issue, and this is on my summer reading list because I absolutely loved the back half of this book, the ongoing Carnage series from the All New Marvel Now, or All New All Different Marvel Now era, written by Jerry Conway, who's, for my money, probably the best Spider-Man writer of all time. So Jerry Conway writes a fantastic Carnage story, and that takes up the last half or so of this book, or maybe just like third of this book. And the rest of this book is made up of a bunch of Carnage miniseries. And I mean, as a symbiote fan and a kid that grew up in the 90s, how can you say no to a big ol' package of good ol' Cletus Cassidy murdering people with a red and black symbiote? And then also, and this one's probably, I'll be honest, I'm probably not gonna read this one this summer. I'm gonna aim for this year for this one. This one just came in yesterday, and that's the Venom Omnibus. And I made the right choice, and I bought this instead of Infinite Crisis. So Venom Omnibus. All of a sudden, pitchforks and torches. What did you say about Infinite Crisis? I said that I'm not buying into your hype just because it was sold out before.
I feel like there's my Venomnibus. It's down in the other pile.
In the other pile, the stuff that you're not going to read.
That's my fall pile.
Hey, Venom's a good fall book.
Okay, perfect.
I think that's, you know, this is the type of book that we should read around Halloween.
Mm.
You know, he's creepy and he's kooky. He's altogether spooky.
Venomnibus.
It's the Venomnibus. It's got a lot of cool shit in there. Lethal Protector, Funeral Pyre, The Madness, Enemy Within, The Mace, Knights of Vengeance. It's got the whole dealy where there's like a bunch of different symbiotes all of a sudden pop up, and you've got like, look at that symbiote butt. Look at that. Woo! And then, so that's really cool. This classic 90s, too much focus on the symbiotes, and that's awesome. And this is going to be like, honestly, probably half crap, but it's crap that I love, and I'm so happy with it. I mean, I've been waiting for this book for so long. I hope that they don't take forever or never release a second book, because that's going to be awesome to have all of the 90s Venom stuff all in two tomes, if you will, and just to have like a book for Carnage and a book for Venom. How dope.
What about Venom and Spider-Man? Are you going to be getting that?
Yeah.
I felt like that was going to be the answer.
I know it has a little bit of double dipping in there because it has the couple of Venom stories that are in the McFarlane and Larson Omnis, but it also and this is where Marvel really got me by the balls. They were like, hey man, if you want this story in oversized format, you're gonna have to give us your money.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you already own most of this. And that's Maximum Carnage. And that's the type of thing where it's like, I'm a very, very specifically targeted audience member for that book. I'm the guy who collects all the Spider-Man stuff in oversized and who actually has some morbid nostalgia for Maximum Carnage. And I'm like, fuck yeah, I want to see that oversized Spider Doppelganger and Carrion and the Demo Goblin flying around in an omnibus. Jesus Christ, of course I want that. I'll take all my money. All of it. Take it.
Take that
Please.
Skrilla.
Yes. All of my hard-earned clams will go to that book. And then people are sitting there thinking, well, why the fuck are you spending your money on that, Riley, but not on Infinite Crisis? And I say, because I feel like it. You know what I actually bought instead of Infinite Crisis was Food Wars, because I like food better than I like crises. Simply put.
And when you cook, your food is a crisis.
Yeah, apparently. Uh-oh. There's way too much stuff in here for her to be bouncing around. No, she's gonna eat my book.
Uh-oh, dog crisis.
Infinite dog crisis.
Infinite dog crisis in the Riley universe.
Yeah, we're almost done.
Let's go for a drive, babies.
Go for a drive. We have to go for a Smash. We've
Hey.
been playing Super Smash Bros. Like
Aw,
every
that's
single night for the
boring.
past 2 weeks, and I've been kicking
Okay.
so much ass.
Come on. Come on. We gotta go for a drive.
Okay, I will burn through the.
Gonna get ice cream,
We have ice cream.
but I want to go get ice cream.
Are you going to Amy's?
No.
Oh man, home of the best Mexican vanilla bean I ever had, and I am being gatekeepery on that. That's the best vanilla ice cream ever. I'm gonna read some deluxe books, and I'm gonna have to read the first ones because it's been so long since I read them. I'm gonna have to reread Volume 1, but I'm gonna read Volume 2 of Superman. I'm going to read Volume 2 of Detective. And I'm going to read Volume 2. I'm really excited for this. Of Bitman.
All three great choices, and I think Batman is probably the best of those three.
You're probably right, but I'm excited for all three. But I've doubled my reading intention because I've forgotten it was 6 months ago and my memory is very bad, so I'm gonna have to go back and reread Volume 1 of each one of those so I know what's going on.
Well, if you get rid of your internet, maybe your memory will be better.
The internet is the only thing that gives me a good memory because it's got Wikipedia.
Oh, I see where you're coming from.
Do you, Riley? Do you really?
I do, with my reflective glasses. You can see if I'm looking at Facebook right now.
Yeah, I can see exactly what you're looking at.
Yeah. Ha ha ha. I can look at whatever I want. Can you see? It's a picture of Coco. Maybe you can't see it.
I could see something in the background.
Here's
Coco
a good
who?
one from the movie Coco.
Oh.
Here's a picture of Jeffrey the giraffe from Toys R Us fading away, Infinity War style, saying, "I don't want to go."
I don't want to go die. I'm a Toys R Us kid.
Anyway, now you can look at yourself.
Yeah, I can see myself waving. So do you have anything else you're going to be reading?
Probably. I've got a lot of stuff. I've got, let's see. I'm probably going to try and read the series Monster. That's another manga series, and I'm probably going to read more X-Men stuff. Oh, I'm probably also going to read, since I've already bought most of the series at this point, Vinland Saga. So this is cool. Really nice hardcovers. I've been kind of stealthily collecting volumes of that as I find them for prices that I deem cheap. So I'm probably going to read that this summer, although that also seems more like a fall book to me, but we'll see. This summer I'm trying to do as much reading as I possibly can. Honestly, just every moment that I'm not working, I'm going to be reading. But like I said, when Megan walked in, we've been playing a lot of Smash, and I've been beating the shit out of her in there to the point that she is honestly, like, she's gotten so upset because she says, and I'm just going to say it's not what she says, it's the fact that she's just not as good as me. But she's like, there is no reason why you should be winning at this. Like, there's no reason. Because what we've been doing, and we've been setting it to where it's the two of us and two computers at a high level, and we set it all on random characters, random levels, so we have no idea what's going to happen. So there's no one is like, oh, I play as Link a million times, so I'm great as Link, or like, I play as Kirby, so I'm just going to fly away. There's none of that. It's completely random. You have no idea what's going to happen, and it's awesome because then I'll get stuck with a character that I rarely play as, and I kick her ass up and down the stage, and she, like, by the end of it, and there's been several times where it'll be just me and her. The computers are gone. I'm down to my last life. She has 2 or 3 lives, and I still win. Yeah,
I think it's awesome that you play video games with your wife. That is awesome.
It's a good fun. It's either Smash or Mario Kart, but we've been doing Smash a lot more lately because I think I was feeling a little inspired by they put trailers out for the new Smash game. So
when you said Smash, I thought you meant you were going to go get Smash Burgers.
Ooh. That's also a good idea. No, she wants to go driving. I think she wants to go look at new houses and stuff because she wants to move into a bigger house soon.
Mm.
We're upgrading. Like, I made this joke already before the show, but for the audience out there, where it's like we're going from trade paperbacks to an omnibus.
That's right. You're going to the ultimate hardcover house. And you need to make sure you get a huge library room.
I looked at one that had a really nice, like, it's a 2-story house, but it doesn't look like it should be 2 stories. So it's like vaulted attic ceiling when you go upstairs, but it's the ceiling is all, insulated, and it has carpet on the floor and stuff. And I was like, that's perfect. Like, that entire just attic area, as long as it's air conditioned, that's freaking perfect. So, I mean, I don't think that house will still be on the market by the time that we're actually looking, which originally was supposed to be next spring, but I don't know what's going to happen now. But yeah, I'm like out of room in here. I've looked at the closet is stacked pretty much to the top.
That manga closet is impressive.
Too bad it's all shit that Jess hates.
I don't hate it. It's just not for me. I don't hate it.
Sure.
I don't hate manga. It's just not for me. What is for me, he said, segueing into his next choice. I've read the first trade of Beauty, and I loved it so much that I got the next 3 trades. My friend Ryan Sace, the Welsh bastard, has read these and really enjoyed them. So I decided to take the plunge, and I'm getting Beauty. It's a sexually transmitted disease that turns you automatically beautiful. And so people are trying to get it, where they get it and they turn beautiful. But within a few months, all of a sudden, you die a horrible death. And there's a government conspiracy going on, and a cure, and radical terrorists that are against beauty, and it's really great. I really enjoyed the first volume, so I am going to keep reading this. And then the last book does have something to do with summer, because it's an anthology of weird works. I don't know. It's by Image, and I just know it's an anthology of crazy stories. It's called Ice Cream Man.
I love that series.
Ah, you've read it. Tell me about it.
Yes, it is. So yeah, it's an anthology series, and each one has the Ice Cream Man kind of in the beginning is he's like the connecting tissue with everything. And it does kind of seem like there is maybe going to be some sort of ongoing thing with the Ice Cream Man and who he is. But each story, you see him interacting with a character briefly at the beginning, and then the events kind of unfold, and then towards the end, he might pop in again for a second. But it's, I believe the first trade is probably 4 issues. Each issue is a standalone story. Each of them is very good. I absolutely loved the first issue, particularly, and it really reminds me of those old TV shows like Tales from the Crypt, where you get like the Crypt Keeper kind of introducing your story for the week, and then just some weird shit goes down. It's very good. Very, very good series. I think it's been on hiatus for a few months, but it's about to come back with a new issue, I believe either already happened or is in the next couple weeks, and I'm super pumped for it. It's fantastic. I think that you're going to love it. It's a quick read. You can probably churn it out, in one session on the toilet, honestly.
Sorry, that's not how I roll there. In, out, done.
You don't like flagging your books?
No.
Oh,
No.
I'm a flagger.
Are you? Nope. I'm in, out, get back outside to the real world, things like that.
Well, I'm already reading the book and I'm like, oh, gotta use the restroom. So I go into the bathroom with my book, keep reading, and then I leave the restroom with my book and keep reading. So I'm not trying to take any breaks.
Yeah, I put the pause on. I pause my book and then come back. Attack on Louis. Yes, I've read Sunstone, but I read it in trades a while ago, so I need to reread it. I remember loving it, but I need to reread it. Thank you for asking that question. Crazy Jane asks if I've hauled any sexy books this week. It doesn't seem like a week of haul without just hauling a sexy book, but I'm looking, and no, I don't think I did haul any sexy books. I did not, so I apologize. Hope you're not disappointed, but no, I did not haul any sexy books, which is good because you never know when Emily's mom is in the chat. I don't want to upset her.
Well, I'm gonna apparently go on a drive, and I hope that it yields ice cream. So I'm gonna peace out. I hope that maybe some of y'all are gonna follow along with our summer reading lists, and by the end of the summer, I think by the end of August, maybe we need to do a little catch up and show off, if we completed our lists and got done what we've set out to do, or if we're lacking anything, or maybe we read some different stuff than we originally set out to read, and talk about what we thought about those things.
Excellent plan. A little follow-up to this homework assignment.
Yeah, it's going to be like when you get back to school and the teacher is like, hey, welcome back. It's your first day. Did you read that book? Here's a quiz. You didn't? Really? I gave you 3 months. I understand that we were out having fun for 3 months, but you could have put a book in there too, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, teacher, I couldn't. I was working. I was earning a living when I was 14. Coincidentally, I was lifeguarding.
Okay, then let me give the last plug before we turn this show off to InStockTrades.com, where you can get up to 50% off your collected editions. Loyalty discounts add 2 to 3%. And in a couple of weeks, or maybe within a week, I don't know, Omnibroslive discount code will be going live for a week. Over $50 in the United States gets you free shipping and fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com, who just gave away a $50 gift certificate. And I forget who it was already. To Lucas Matthias. That's right. And I will be sending Lucas's name to Emily. Nice. Well, enjoy your drive around, Rye. And I hope you can find a house that will suit your needs.
I'm sure we will. I think it will be good. And I hope I find some ice cream that suits my needs. Anyway, peace out.
Peace and love. Peace and love. Thank you, everybody in the chat.
Good night.
Good night. Thanks, everybody in the chat. Peace and love. Peace and love. Appreciate it.